Have you ever done something to your body that felt normal, only to learn later it was silently causing damage? Well, today I want to gently ask, are you treating your penis in a way that supports its health or slowly weakens it without even realizing? Hello, I'm Dr. Sophia Carter, and I've spent over 20 years as a urologist helping men over 50 protect, repair, and reclaim their intimate health. And what I'm about to share might surprise you, because many of the habits that destroy erections don't look harmful at all. In this video, I'll walk you through 10 common things men unknowingly do to their penis that can slowly ruin blood flow, nerve function, and confidence. By the end, you'll know exactly what to avoid and what to change to protect your performance and vitality. Let us begin with the first mistake: wearing tight underwear all day. You might believe that snug briefs or compression wear are doing your body a favor by keeping everything secure. But what feels supportive can actually be silently causing harm throughout the day. When underwear is too tight, it compresses delicate blood vessels and limits airflow, creating a warm, restricted environment around your groin. And for the penis and testicles, that trapped heat becomes a serious issue. You see, this part of your body is meant to stay cooler than your core. That cooler temperature is vital, not just for comfort, but for hormone production, sperm quality, and long-term erectile health. When you stay overheated all day, testosterone levels can start to dip, sperm cells struggle to survive, and even your natural firmness may begin to fade over time. And you might not notice the damage until years later, when it becomes harder to stay firm, or when energy and drive feel lower than they used to. One of the simplest shifts you can make is choosing breathable, looser fabrics like cotton and letting your body breathe naturally, especially at night. Sleeping without tight garments gives your entire lower region a break, helping to cool the tissues and restore balance while you rest. Think of it like taking your foot out of a tight boot at the end of a long day, only even more important. Mistake number 2, sitting for hours without moving. This one sneaks up on men, especially after 50. If you spend most of your day sitting, whether at a desk, in a car, or even on the couch, you are placing constant pressure on the pelvic floor and surrounding nerves. And when you sit with poor posture, slouched forward, hips tight, spine compressed, that pressure becomes even worse. Over time, it begins to affect the muscles and blood vessels that support healthy erections and sensitivity. It is not just about comfort. It is about oxygen flow, nerve response, and tissue health. The longer you stay in that seated position without moving, the more sluggish your circulation becomes. You may notice your legs feel heavier, your lower back gets tight, or more subtly, your erections are not as strong or reliable as they used to be. That is your body's way of saying, I need movement. The good news? Small breaks go a long way. Just standing up every hour, stretching your hips and back, or taking a short walk can restore blood flow to your pelvis and refresh your energy. These simple habits are like tuning up your system, helping your body support you better, both during the day and at night. Mistake number 3, ignoring morning erections. Let us be clear, waking up with a firm erection is not just some random event. It is one of the clearest signs that your body is functioning well. Morning wood, as it is often called, is a direct reflection of healthy testosterone levels, strong circulation, and balanced nervous system signals. It is your body's natural test, confirming that the machinery is still running smoothly. But what happens when those morning erections stop showing up or become less frequent? That is not something to ignore. It might feel tempting to brush it off or chalk it up to age, but a missing morning erection is often one of the earliest signs that something is off. It could be stress, sleep problems, poor circulation, or even something in your diet or medications. Your body is speaking through signals, not symptoms. And when you stop getting firm in the morning, it is a whisper asking for attention. Instead of fearing it or feeling ashamed, take it as a helpful heads up. Start observing your sleep, your stress, your activity levels. consider talking to a professional if the pattern continues, because the sooner you respond, the easier it is to restore. Morning erections are not just a curiosity, they are a window into your overall health. Mistake number 4, overusing porn without presence. This is not a lecture about right or wrong. It is a quiet conversation about how your brain and body respond to repeated stimulation without real-world connection. When you rely heavily on visual content for release, especially when it is fast, disconnected, and done out of habit rather than desire, your nervous system begins to adapt. It craves novelty, faster images, and more intense scenarios just to reach the same level of excitement. Over time, this constant flood of dopamine desensitizes your brain's pleasure centers. What used to excite you now feels flat, and when the moment comes to connect with a real person, someone whose touch is slower, whose responses are human and unfiltered, you may find it harder to get aroused, to stay firm, or to feel fully present. This can be deeply frustrating, even frightening. Many men wonder what is wrong with them, when really their nervous system is simply overstimulated and worn out. The good news is that the brain is flexible. Just like any muscle, it can recover. Taking even a short break from visual content, whether for a few days or a few weeks, can allow those dopamine receptors to reset. During this time, try redirecting your focus toward real sensation, slower breathing, or gentle touch without pressure. You are not giving something up. You are reclaiming sensitivity, focus, and the ability to enjoy intimacy on a deeper level. Mistake number 5, skipping recovery after ejaculation. Ejaculation is not just a moment. It is a full body event. Your heart rate changes, your pelvic muscles contract, your brain floods with chemicals, and your nervous system ramps up, then slows down. That is why what you do immediately afterward matters so much. If you finish and then roll over into stillness, scrolling your phone, curling up tight, or falling asleep without a moment to breathe or move, you are leaving your body stuck in the tension. The pelvic floor remains contracted, the nerves stay tight, and in some cases, inflammation lingers. This is especially true as you get older, when your recovery takes a little more care. Just like after a good workout, your body needs a cool down. I recommend a simple routine. Once you are done, take a moment to breathe deeply. Stand up if you can. Let your hips sway gently. Walk around the room for a minute or two. These little movements help flush fresh blood through your pelvis, relax the muscles, and ease the nervous system into a calm state. Some men even find that sipping water or taking a quick shower helps recenter their body. It is not about adding pressure. It is about giving your system what it needs to recover fully and healthfully. Over time, this habit supports your prostate, reduces post-release discomfort, and even improves your next experience. Mistake number 6, overusing alcohol or smoking, just a little. I hear it often, it is only 1 glass, or I just smoke when I'm stressed. And while I understand these habits often start as ways to relax or feel in control, their effects on your sexual health are anything but harmless, especially over 50. Alcohol, even in small amounts, temporarily lowers testosterone. It dulls your nervous system's ability to respond, and it dehydrates your body. Tobacco, even a single cigarette here and there, constricts your blood vessels and reduces nitric oxide, the very compound your body relies on to get and keep a strong erection. These changes may be subtle at first. You might not connect a drink on Friday night to lower performance on Saturday morning, but your body remembers. The good news is you do not need to live like a monk, just cutting back slightly, reducing the frequency, choosing healthier alternatives, or finding new ways to unwind can make a noticeable difference in your circulation and firmness. Your blood vessels are resilient, your hormones can rebound, and many men are surprised to find that after even 1 month of reduced alcohol or nicotine, their energy, mood, and intimacy improve more than they expected. It is not about punishment, it is about feeling alive again. Mistake number 7, avoiding conversations about sexual health. This might be the most harmful mistake of all, not because of what it does physically, but because of what it keeps hidden. Too many men carry silent struggles for years. They notice changes in their drive, sensitivity, or ability to stay firm, and instead of speaking up, they retreat. Maybe they feel embarrassed. Maybe they think it is just aging. Or maybe they worry their concerns will not be taken seriously. But here is the truth. Your body is speaking to you. And the earlier you start the conversation, the easier it is to support real healing. A urologist is not here to judge. We are here to understand, to listen, to guide, to offer solutions that meet you where you are. Sometimes one honest conversation can open the door to answers you have been searching for, things that can be improved with a simple blood test, a small lifestyle shift, or a new approach to daily care. You are not weak for needing support. In fact, asking for help is one of the strongest things a man can do. Mistake number 8, relying on pills without changing habits. This is a trap I see far too often. A man experiences difficulty staying firm, so he reaches for a pill. It works for a while, then the dose goes up, then it stops working as well, and suddenly he is stuck, dependent on medication that no longer gives him the results he needs. Pills were never designed to fix the core of the issue. They assist. They help blood vessels relax and improve temporary flow, but they cannot reverse years of damage from poor diet, lack of sleep, smoking, stress, or chronic sitting. Your blood vessels are living tissue. If they are stiff, inflamed, or clogged, no pill in the world will permanently solve that. And here is the truth most people do not talk about. The more you take pills without changing the foundation, your habits, the more likely your body becomes resistant or unpredictable in its responses. You might experience more side effects or notice your firmness is no longer as strong or steady. That is why I always emphasize, if you want real long-term improvement, the work has to go deeper. Eat better, sleep deeper, walk more, hydrate well, breathe. When those roots are strong, the occasional pill works better, and many men eventually do not need them at all. It is not about shame, it is about reclaiming power from within, one choice at a time. Mistake number 9, ignoring pelvic floor exercises. The pelvic floor is the hidden engine of male intimacy, and most men do not even know it exists. These are the muscles deep in your lower pelvis that support your bladder, your bowel, and yes, your sexual performance. They help you stay firm, control ejaculation, and even increase sensation. But over the years, especially if you sit for long hours, live a sedentary life, or have never trained these muscles, they begin to weaken. Strengthening the pelvic floor is one of the most powerful things you can do for your performance after 50. It does not require hours in the gym. You can start with simple breathing. Inhale into your belly, and as you exhale, gently lift the muscles at the base of your pelvis as if stopping the flow of urine. Hold for a few seconds, then release. These small, intentional movements, done daily, begin to reconnect your brain to the deepest parts of your core. Add in a few light hip stretches or even walking with awareness, and the results can be extraordinary. Men often report better control, stronger climax, and more confidence, all from muscles they never even knew they had. It is quiet work, but deeply rewarding. Mistake number 10, thinking it is too late to improve. Of all the beliefs that hold men back, this one is the most heartbreaking and the most untrue. The idea that after 50 or 60 or 70, it is simply too late. That decline is inevitable. That sex, intimacy, strength, and confidence are things of the past. But I am here to tell you, with every ounce of truth I have seen in my practice, you are not done. Your body is still capable of responding. Your tissues are still capable of healing. Your blood vessels can rebuild, your hormones can come into balance, and your sense of vitality can absolutely return. What it takes is not perfection, but attention, kind attention. It starts by noticing where things have slipped and gently choosing to make a change. Maybe it is walking 20 extra minutes today. Maybe it is replacing one heavy meal with something fresh and nourishing. Maybe it is starting a breath practice or choosing to speak kindly to yourself when things do not go as planned. Healing does not always come with fireworks. Sometimes it arrives quietly, through small actions repeated with care. You are not too late, you are right on time, and your future does not have to look like your past. Every man I have seen make progress, whether in stamina, performance, or confidence, started in the same place, with a decision to stop believing the lie of finality. Your next chapter can be your strongest if you choose to believe it is possible. Let that be the story you write from today forward. These 10 habits might seem small, but over time they shape everything: your energy, your performance, and your connection with yourself and your partner. If you take anything from this video, let it be this: your penis is not a machine. It is a living part of your body, one that deserves attention, care, and patience. And when you start treating it that way, your whole life changes. Thank you for being here today. If this message resonated with you, I encourage you to subscribe, because here on this channel, we talk about men's health after 50 with truth, with science, and with deep respect for your journey. I am Dr. Sophia Carter, and I want you to know your best years can still be ahead. Take care of yourself. I will see you in the next video.